This is such a close race. It all comes down to the feet now. Cohan getting closer and closer to Pierre. Is this going to be a photo finish? 3 extreme wind sports, but which is the fastest over a slalom race? A kiteboarder, a wingfoiler and a windsurfer are going head-to-head in a world first contest to settle the score. This is Force of Nature. "37-year-old windsurfer Pierre Mortefon is a 5-time world title winner and regarded as one of the best slalom windsurfers of the past decade.
I think I will be the fastest normally. I'm 5-time windsurf world champion. I'm a slalom specialist. I'm very used to racing and I'm excited.
Cohan Van Dijk is a pro kiteboarder from the Netherlands. In 2025, he placed 3rd at Red Bull Mega Loop and was a podium finisher at Red Bull King of the Air.
I describe my style as extreme and stylish. Big air basically means you're using your kite to jump 20 meters or plus, using the wind to go as high and as far as possible.
Noa Cantaloube was born and raised in Tahiti, French Polynesia. In 2021, he took up wingfoiling and has been at the forefront of this new sport ever since.
Mixing all these disciplines into some challenges, I think it's super nice because you can really see the advantage of each discipline. Of course, all the disciplines are different. Of course, all the conditions are different as well. But it's a good way to compare every sport.
How would these 3 athletes compare in a competition against each other?
Pierre, how many slalom did you do in your career?
1,000 maybe?
Thousands! And how many people do you compete in when you slalom?
You know, it's not that easy. You have to race with 8 other guys at the same time, the top 4 advance, then you meet all the best guys in the final and the first take the win.
If we would have to set up a slalom course here, you think we could do it?
This spot is perfect. You just start from the beach here, you go out, you jibe, you come and get the second mark, probably in the wave, go out again and you finish on the beach.
Should be easy, right?
Easy.
Pierre has suggested a slalom race, a nautical high-speed figure-of-8 race around 2 buoys. The riders will start from the beach or shallow water. They will race towards point A, they will go around point A and race to point B. They will create the figure-of-8 shape, racing back to point A, where they round the marker again and race back to shore.
I'm gonna definitely fight and give the best for the wingfoil.
The speed in between the mark is super important, but also the maneuver is really important. You can gain or lose a lot when you are turning the buoy.
I think this is going to be fun, but it's going to be tough for me because the windsurfer is a racer and the wingfoiler just is very maneuverable.
Helping set up the challenge is veteran water sports instructor Alex Duparc.
So when they come back from the last buoy, Pierre and Noa especially will have to drop their equipment in the water and run until the finish line. And that's especially difficult after all this, run until the finish line. So it's gonna be, I think, really tight.
Right now, I cannot put my finger on who's gonna win.
Okay guys, this is super windy. We have about 40 knots constant, gusting 50. So we have to do it. You ready? Let's go! Noa, you go first, Pierre, and then Cohan. Noa, let's go!
Noa heads out first to get a decent depth to start on his foil board. Pierre then starts so he can get onto his windsurf board.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Cohan starts last as with his kite, he can go straight from the beach and pick up speed immediately.
Start your engine!
Give me a go, Alex! Give me a go!
Get ready!
Give me a go!
Go!
Within seconds, the spaced-out riders are now up and running alongside each other. And the race is on. At the start of the race is Pierre who takes the immediate lead. Pierre will know that in a slalom race, the fastest way to round a buoy is upwind to downwind because you don't want to lose speed. Pierre is followed by Noa, with Cohan coming in 3rd. With the strong wind speed, the sea state is choppy, which proves hard for a light foiler like Noa. Cohan overtakes Noa as Noa's wing starts to look overpowered from the incredible wind speed. Noa falls into third while Pierre races ahead in first. Pierre rounds the first mark.
Cohan is following very close actually, look. Even though we spaced out the start, it was very interesting to see that they literally all started together and they did the first leg really glued to each other and did almost the first full leg together. Pierre has a lot of experience in racing. He's a world champion. Race mode on, full speed. Very impressive.
All three riders are past the first marker and Noa has some serious catching up to do. Noa's caught a new wave and it's driving him to the second marker, but as it breaks, this is going to smash him.
Whoa, 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 oh, he crashed.
As he rounds the second marker, his light foil just can't handle the sea state, his wipeout losing him valuable time. While up ahead, Pierre is flying. At this speed and in these choppy conditions, slalom is all about power and bravery. And there is no one more experienced than Pierre Mortefon. As we enter into the final stretches of the race, Cohan is close behind Pierre. Noa doing his noble best to keep up, using his wing to jump the choppy sea state, but meeting with a wipeout.
Wow, those guys are unreal.
With Pierre in the lead, this race is between just him and Cohan.
Pierre is driving the buoy for the second time. Cohan is a few seconds behind. Noa is trying to survive. I think Noa is very overpowered. We have 40 knots steady, gusting 45 or more.
And a third crash for Noa. Even in these choppy conditions, Pierre must be close to 40 knots on the home stretch. But he's closely followed by Cohan now, the gap between them really closing.
Pierre is world champion in these conditions, he's used to these conditions. That's actually what he likes. Look, he's just like blasting everything. He's extremely fast now. Okay, this was the starting line. Here's the finish line, and they're about to arrive and cross it.
Pierre makes it onto shore, dumps his gear and starts to run across the difficult sand. But Cohan is coming onto shore now. He's into the shallow water, skimming onto the beach with his kiteboard. He's got to ditch his board, but he can't let go of his kite. He's got to run across that sand and catch Pierre. This is so close. Cohan is catching Pierre. Look at this. Cohan's making rapid progress as his kite catches the wind. It's all coming down to the feet now and running on that beach. They are running up the beach. Who is it going to be? Who is going to cross the finish line? It's Pierre Mortefon just making it ahead of Cohan. Just half a second between the two of them. Incredible.
Second! How bad?
And coming in third, well over a minute behind the others, Noa, dropping his foil and running up the beach.
Oh, we don't really see it, but out there it's super strong.
Insane conditions. Insane.
Crazy good condition for a challenge.
Perfect.
Really like the way that we jibe the first buoy and then we do like an 8.
I was super strong. I was super overpowered on the 8.
Yeah.
Maybe I could have had a smaller kite. When I was riding, my feet were going in the strap and I should have made it tighter and then I can edge more. Yeah. So I lost a lot of speed because I had to slow down to keep the control. Otherwise, I would have ended like you.
Did you fall once?
Never.
But it was really cool to see how equal we were in some way.
It was like a slalom, was equal as a slalom windsurf race?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, I think we can go a bit faster if we go more downwind.
Yeah.
But with this kind of strong wind, there is
Speed.
yeah, it's okay. And it was choppy, eh?
Yeah, super choppy.
The quicker you are, the easier it is at the end because you
With the chop.
fly over.
Yeah, you fly over.
Yeah, what about the finish? Like what happened
Yeah,
at the finish?
I thought I was gonna win because I thought, you know, you need to take your gear over the starting line.
Yeah.
Right? And then I saw Pierre fall, get up and run. And I was like, no. So I also dropped my board and I just started sprinting like so fast. And I used my kite to get to get up, you know, so my feet didn't even touch the floor really. It was just like ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. And then we had a photo finish.
Yeah,
No, he's not winning this one, but you did win. You did win.
the Superman finish.
Yeah, you jumped in it as well.
I have to give you the present, man.
Yeah, I can try.
Yeah, try it on.
Yeah, maybe it fits you, man.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations, Pierre. You are the winner of the slalom.
Thank you.
Well, cheers, boys. Great
Yeah, it was a great challenge.